Oh yeah, YouTube done diddly dooby. What's going on? It's your boy Humanumikey, also known as Humanumikey, also known as Humanumikey, also known as Mike, also known as Michael, also known as Miguel, also known as Mr. H. How you doing? How you been? I hope you're doing groovy. I hope you're doing sexy. All that good groovy shit. And if you are, hit the old likey button and share and subscribe and all that good groovy shit. Oh yeah, let's talk about the dirt. Yeah, the dirt. The Motley Crue movie The Dirt, based off of the book The Dirt. Yeah, man. So I gotta look up here on the website. What the hell is it? IMDb. Let's see who we have as actors here. So, of course, we have Machine Gun Kelly as Tommy Lee, and he did an awesome job as Tommy Lee. I'm just going to point that right now. Yeah, he did a phenomenal job. Uh, we have Douglas Booth playing as Nikki Sixx, and we have Daniel Weber as Vince Neil, and also we have as Mick Mars. I'm gonna try and pronounce this. If I mispronounce it, I'm sorry, but it's Iwan Rion. I probably butchered that, but I'm sorry. I think he's from Game of Thrones. I think I saw that somewhere. Oh no. Like I said, Machine Gun Kelly, he rocked it. Like, as far as like mannerisms and speech and all that, I was really, really surprised. I thought he was going to butcher it, but no, he really knocked it out of the park. The guy playing Nikki, I don't know. Like, Nikki has his own, like, speech. Not really saying like a speech impediment or anything like that, but like when you hear Nikki, you know his voice. And same goes with Vince. With Mick, he's always been kind of quiet, so um, I was okay with the guy playing Mick. The only thing that, if I was the director, uh, I would say, hey, man, Mick, over the years, because of his disease or whatever, he lost like a shit ton of weight. And I don't know. I think they could stretch the movie out to be like 2.5 hours long, maybe even the 3 hour mark, because, I've read the book, and to be honest, there was some stuff that they left out. But I gotta say, the guy that played Ozzy in the movie, oh yeah, that cracked me up. I'm not sure if he's Australian or not. Let me look up his name here. Um, but I kind of could tell that he was Australian. I'm not finding his name here, but anyway, um, there's a difference between obviously the UK accent versus the Australian accent, and he sounded a little bit Australian, but it was funny. I mean, it was just funnier than hell, and I wish there was more Ozzy in the movie, but I'm an Ozzy nut, so that's just me. But for the time that he had on screen, it was well worth it. It was, yeah. You guys that read the book, you'll know what scene I'm talking about. And I'm trying to keep this spoiler free as much as possible. As far as like trying to sit down with a family and watch this, no. At least not with little kids around. My daughter wants to watch it. She's 11, and I'm like, well, let me watch it first, and then we'll see. All right. So I watched it, and I was like, yeah, no, yeah, because like the first, I don't know, half hour to an hour of the movie, you see a lot of the debauchery and all that stuff. And towards the end, it was more of a family film. And there was even some tearjerker moments. And if I was to rate it from, I don't know, 1 to 10, I guess because I've read the book and, they squeezed it down to, I forget what the time limit was of the movie, but they cut a lot of stuff out. But they did leave some of the important stuff in there, a lot of which you guys know. The car crash, the overdose, this and that. That stuff is in there. Okay. So if I was to rate it between 1 and 10, I guess as a Motley Crue fan, I would give it maybe like a 7.5 out of 10 because, they left stuff out. They could have made it a little bit longer and put the stuff in there. And I don't know. I just feel like they could have done a lot more with it. And, like you look at Vince Neil. I'm not putting Vince Neil down, but you look at Vince Neil nowadays, he's gone back and forth with his weight. And towards the end of the movie, the guy playing him, he didn't really gain the weight. And same goes for the guy that played Mick Mars. He didn't lose the weight because of Mick Mars's, I forget what it's called, but his bone disease. He lost like a lot of weight. And if you're an actor, work with a doctor and lose some of the weight. And when Mick Mars got back into the scene with Motley Crue, he looked like a skeleton. I'm not putting him down. Props to the guy. He rocked it till the end. He really did. And still to this day, he went back into the studio and recorded some more songs for the movie. And also with Nikki Sixx, the guy that played him, it bugged me because, like I said, and Nikki Sixx, he has like his own certain way of speaking. And the guy that played him, I don't really feel that he captured like his speech. As far as the actors, I think the guy that portrayed all the band members the most, I think MGK, he nailed it. He really did. So, there you go. Kind of short and sweet, but down to the point. I wanted to get this out there. 7.5 out of 10. I don't know why I put this 7.5, but I was going to give it an 8, but because, they cut stuff down, they kind of condensed it and all that stuff. And the fact that Vince really didn't, the guy playing Vince anyway, didn't gain weight towards the end of the movie. And, of course, Mick losing weight and all that. I kind of had to subtract some points here and there. So that's what you get. 7.5 out of 10. There's your score from Humanumikey. Alright, so hopefully you liked it. I enjoyed the movie. I did. Do not watch with your kiddos. My daughter wants to watch it, but I'm like, no. So, you guys know what to do, man. Shout at the devil. Kickstart my heart. Call up Dr. Feelgood. Because I'm alive. Live wire. And all that fun, groovy shit. You know what I'm saying, man? Home sweet home. All that fun shit. Girls, girls, girls. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. By the way, again, don't watch this movie with little kids around. I'm just saying. At least the first, hour or so. Yeah. Yeah. Just, yeah. So, yeah. 7.5 out of 10 because, I would give it a 10 out of 10 because I'm a Motley Crue head, but 7.5 out of 10, that is your rating. Like, share, and subscribe. And, yeah, go watch the movie, man. It's worth a watch. All right? All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.